welcome to our special report, the program that brings you a ground zero view from whichever part of the country the Rajya Sabha TV cameras are travelling. This week we are in the mango capital of the country, that's Malihabad, a town 25 kilometers from Lucknow, known for its pristine varieties of mangoes, especially the Dusheris. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll take a closer look at this mango belt and the issues surrounding the farmers here. The freshly tarred road from Lucknow disappears into a canopy of mango trees that border it on both sides. The sweet smell of the raw fruit is thick in the air. We are now in the renowned mango belt of Malihabad. The largest of 14 mango belts in UP, Malihabad has 30,000 hectares of mango orchards. Last year, it accounted for an eighth of the mango produced from UP, the second largest mango producing state in India after Andhra Pradesh. No wonder Malihabad is called the mango capital of India.
तकरीबन एरिया इस वक्त जो है मलिहाबाद का वो तकरीबन 30,000 हेक्टेयर का है और ख़ाली इसी मलिहाबाद में और ये माल में मिलाकर तकरीबन 6 लाख मेट्रिक टन की पैदावार होती है इस मलिहाबाद में। अब फ्यूचर तो बहुत अच्छा था, मगर अब फ्यूचर इसका जो लोगों से आप बात कीजिए तो अंदाज़ा होता है कि बहुत अच्छा फ्यूचर नहीं है लग रहा।
Malihabad boasts of some of the oldest mango trees in the country. The groves are here owned by families which have been in this business for years, some even for more than 100 to 200 years. Malihabad is a mango lover's paradise where one would come across varieties such as Chausa, Langra and Safeda. But perhaps the best known and the most loved is the Dussehri, the king of mangoes. According to the Geographical Indications Registry of India, Malihabad Dussehri was given a Geographical Indications, that is GI status, in 2010. Such a status conveys an assurance of quality and distinctiveness which is essentially attributable to the fact of its origin in the defined geographical locality, region or country under Articles 1, 2 and 10 of the Intellectual Property Rights. King of mangoes aside, Malihabad was put on the mango map of the world by the work of a 58-year-old Kalimullah Khan, the mango man of India. We drove to his Abdullah nursery. Kalimullah has dedicated his life to mangoes. He became interested in mangoes when he was a child. He has derived 300 varieties of mangoes from a single tree through grafting. He was awarded a Padma Shri in 2010.
अभी सद तक जुनून है तो उसी में हम लगे रहते हैं, हमें बस खड़े रहते हैं, सोचा करते हैं, देखा करते हैं, होते कहीं हैं लेकिन दिमाग जैसे हमारा उसी लाइन पर दौड़ा भागा करता है, ढूंढा करता है कि ये ऐसे ऐसे हो जाए तो ये हो जाएगा, ये हुआ तो क्यों हुआ, ये क्यों और कैसे जो है वो दिमाग में बहुत ज़्यादा बसा रहता है।
This mango tree which you see behind me is one of the most talked about mango trees in Malihabad, as extensive research has been done on it because it yields about 300 varieties of mangoes. One particular variety you see in my hand, it's a huge looking mango. It looks like a papaya but it weighs almost 2 kgs. And the name of this variety is called the Rajawala mango. Kalimullah has named various varieties of mangoes after popular personalities like actor Aishwarya Rai, cricket legend Sachin Tendulkar, and the latest headline grabber is this variety called Namo, named after Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
क्या मोदी जी तक आपने ये बात पहुंचाई?
अब हमने तो नहीं पहुंचाई, हमारे पास पहुंचाने का कोई ज़रिए नहीं, बल्कि हम ये ज़रूर हमने लोगों से कहा कि भाई अगर ये दुआ वहाँ तक पहुंच जाते तो बड़ा अच्छा था। कम से कम वो अपने इस नाम को आम को देखते, क्योंकि मोदी जी से हम बड़े मुतासिर हुए। मोदी जी ने जो जब पहले अपनी प्रधानमंत्री की शपथ ली है तो उन्होंने दूसरे मुल्कों के लोगों को बुलाया, तो हम बहुत खुश हुए कि इनकी ये सोच बड़ी अच्छी है, कि इसका मतलब ये एक अच्छी सोच है। ये आप ये चाहेंगे, ये चाहते हैं कि हम लोग सब मिलकर चलें।
This magic tree, Kalimullah says, belongs to the days of Nawab of Lucknow and is considered to be the mother of all the seri trees. At present, most of the mango orchards in Malihabad are owned by the descendants of Nawab of Lucknow.
आम खाते हैं जी को लगता है, जा को लगता है, पी को लगता है। इसमें सेहत के राज पिन्हा है, इसमें सेहत के राज पिन्हा है। आम का फल सभी को लगता है।
Like Kalimullah, there are several in Malihabad who are involved full-time in mango growing. They are also associated with large-scale export activities. Much has changed since the old days. A plethora of problems and a generational shift has come to the fore.
महंगाई आई, परिवार से लोग जो कम हुए, इंटरेस्ट कम हुआ, वो वैरायटी काट के खा के बेच के बैठ गए। जो सच बात है, शायद लोगों को बुरा लगे। जो वैरायटी बागों के बीच में थी, जो शौक में आबा अजदाद ने लगाई थी, हमारे फोर फादर ने, उसको कट कर दिया और सिर्फ अब कमर्शियल हो गया। दशहरी, चौसा और लखनऊआ, जिससे कारोबार हो रहा है बस।
According to the National Horticulture Board, India's share in the global mango market is close to 54%, where Malihabad contributes significantly. Around 90% of the population in Malihabad depends on the mango crops for their fortunes. So you can very clearly see that the entire economy of Malihabad revolves around nothing but mangoes.
Rajya Sabha TV crew went to various farms to find out what lies beneath the mango orchards of Malihabad. Chand Mohammed is one of the many mango growers of Malihabad who are having a tough time. Despite being the largest producer in the country, Chand complains that Uttar Pradesh lacks cargo facilities to push exports.
मलियाबाद सारी प्रोसीजर होने के बाद वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया वहाँ जाता है, सहारनपुर से दिल्ली जाता है। उस टाइम में हमारा आम बहुत ख़राब हो रहा है।
UP exports most of its mangoes to the European Union and the Gulf countries. Last year, despite having more than 40 lakh tons of production, UP could export only 12,000 tons of mango, and a majority of it went to Gulf countries.
In the lucrative West Asian market, Pakistan is giving Malihabad a run for its money because it sends its fruit by sea, whereas Malihabad mangoes are sent by air, which works out to be expensive. Currently, the Indian government is giving a subsidy of 26 rupees per kilo, but the farmers feel that is insufficient looking at the volume of exports.
Ban imposed on Alfonso by Europe may have upset the union government, but for the mango growers of Uttar Pradesh, it has presented a great opportunity to expand into overseas market. But high air cargo charges may not leave much profits to the farmers.
मगर हमारी मजबूरी ये कि एयर फ्रेट पे इतना ज़्यादा पड़ जाता है एयर फ्रेट उसका किराया कि यहाँ से जा नहीं पा रही है। तो हमने यही यूपी गवर्नमेंट से कही थी कि आप इसको 3 साल के लिए 5 साल के लिए एयर फ्रेट पे आप सब्सिडी कर दें ताकि 3-4 साल में लोग पहचान जाएं। पर जब मार्केट में दूसरी चीज़ कोई है नहीं तो कोई क्या जाने कि आम क्या चीज़ है।
ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का ताल्लुक अगर हिंदुस्तान ही में हम दीगर जगहों पे आम भेजते हैं तो लखनऊ इतना बड़ा जंक्शन है, रेलवे में हमें कोई बोगी ही नहीं अलाट हो रही। अगर हमें रोज़ अगर इसे मतलब रोटेशन के उस पे रोज़ 2 बोगियाँ या 3 बोगियाँ हर शहर के लिए अलाट हो जाएं तो मेरे ख्याल से किसान का बहुत भला होगा।
Security of mango orchards is a very big issue. There is always a fear looming large that people from outside might sneak into the orchards and carry away the bulk of mangoes. Now, I don't see anyone here, so let me also give it a try. Let me pluck a mango. Oops. So while I enjoy this mango, let's take a short break and return with plenty more on this mango belt back in a moment. Welcome back. You're watching our special report on the mango growers of Malihabad.
Total crop area of mango in this belt is 30,000 hectares, while in the entire UP it is 2.75 lakh hectare. Mango production in UP fell 20% because of unseasonal rains in February. This is a major concern with farmers. Last year, the mango belt of Malihabad produced 4.4 lakh tons of this sari. This year, it has produced only about 3.6 lakh tons so far.
Wow, what a lovely Dasari. Now, the existing level of productivity in this mango belt has been disheartening due to the fluctuations in the weather conditions, especially soaring temperatures and delayed monsoons. When there are excessive rains, there is a fear of mango flowers being damaged and weakened. So weather is the biggest dampener, and that's where the mango growers feel helpless.
Mango growers say they can offset the loss in production with higher exports, but they are discouraged by the nonchalant attitude of the government.
सरकार की तरफ से कोई किसी तरह की वो हम लोग को मदद नहीं है। अगर गवर्नमेंट हम लोग को मदद देने लगे तो उसकी वजह से ये कि हम लोग के लिए आसान हो जाएगा, न्यू बहुत मुश्किल काम है।
एक्सपोर्ट गवर्नमेंट कहती है, वादा करती है कि हम करेंगे, एक्सपोर्ट करेंगे, बाहर जाएगा, बांग्लादेश जाएगा, ईरान भेज देंगे, इराक भेज देंगे, ऐसा होता नहीं है। होता वही है जो होता आ रहा है।
Farmers are getting affected by erratic power supply, which is leaving the farms dry due to lack of irrigation facilities.
सबसे पहले अगर हम दिक्कत देखेंगे तो सबसे बड़ी समस्या लाइट की है। अगर लाइट यहाँ पर हमको मिलने लगे तो लाइट का मतलब ये हो गया कि पानी भी मिलेगा। अगर लाइट आएगी तो पानी भी मिलेगा, और साथ साथ में अगर नहरों में भी पानी शुरू कर दिया जाए और नहरों से पानी मिलने लगे, लाइट मिलने लगे, नहरों से पानी मिलने लगे, तो ये एक समस्या तो ये हल हो जाएगी।
इसमें जो है सबसे पहले जब इसमें बॉल वगैरह आता है, छोटे आम आते हैं तो दवा छिड़कनी पड़ती है, तरीके से बढ़िया दवा नहीं मिल पाती है, और एक तो लाइट कम आती है, इसलिए जो है पानी भी टाइम से नहीं लग पाता है।
What you see behind me is a rivulet called Beta, which is one of the tributaries of the Gomti River. There was a time when this rivulet was the biggest water supplier for the mango growers of Malihabad. But now, as you can see, there's hardly any water left in this rivulet. It has shrunk, and therefore, obviously, the farmers here, the mango growers, cannot depend on it completely for irrigation purposes.
There are other problems like the lack of awareness about the type of insecticides and fertilizers to be used to save the crop. Farmers say there should be proper training for the farmers through mango trade fairs where exporters and importers meet and discuss issues.
बागों की जो धुलाई होती है, जिसमें दवाएं इस्तेमाल होती हैं, दवाएं हमें पूरी तरीके से नहीं मिल रही हैं। वो सब यहाँ पर डुप्लीकेट दवाएं आती हैं, और कोई भी ऐसा गवर्नमेंट का अभी तक नहीं बना है कि जो गवर्नमेंट अपनी तरीके से यहाँ पर दवाओं का मार्केटिंग करे या यहाँ पर इस तरह के लोगों को भेजे जो दवाएं बागबानों को सही तरीके से मिल पाएँ।
Every state government has a mechanism where they give permission to the farmers to cut old trees and plant newer varieties. But the biggest complaint of the mango growers in Malihabad is that this simple process has been made complicated. They don't get permissions by the state government very easily. On the contrary, the forest officials in connivance with the police ask for bribes.
Another stumbling block for mango growers is the presence of middlemen who buy from farmers and make huge profits. To survive in a competitive market, farmers themselves are pushing down prices to sell their produce. The phenomena is especially apparent when the supply of the cereals to Delhi starts. To be the first to get their mangoes into the markets, many farmers do not even disclose the date on which they would send out their trucks. Despite the presence of the UP Mango Export Council and the All India Mango Association, farmers say their interests are not adequately protected.
इतनी ज़्यादा तादाद में आम पैदा होता है, जाहिर है मकामी सतह पे उसको पूरी तरीके से खपत तो हो नहीं पाती, जाहिर बाहर भेज के उसको कमर्शलाइज में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पैसे पैदा करने हैं। तो अब इस बीच में जो बिचौलिए हैं, यानी जैसे यहाँ दिल्ली के ट्रेडर्स हैं, पंजाब के ट्रेडर्स हैं, कलकत्ता के ट्रेडर्स हैं, तो इसमें किसानों को बहुत ज़्यादा फ़ायदा नहीं मिल पा रहा है। और एक बहुत बड़ी जो गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से फेल्यूर है कि कोई मैकेनिज्म इस तरह का नहीं है कि यहाँ मकामी सतह पे कोई इस तरह के रिसर्च सेंटर बनाए जाएं जिन पे मतलब आवामी तौर पे काम किया जाए। सब एक फॉर्मेलिटी की तरह हो रहा है।
Production and productivity of mango is the need of the hour for livelihood security, and therefore increased profitability is the main focus of the farmers here. But they do regret the fact how old mango plantations have got destroyed, trees have been cut, and pristine varieties have got lost.
A well-organized land mafia and mindless urbanization gobbling up precious agricultural land, and the younger generation moving from farming towards white-collar jobs threatens the survival of the mango capital. The land mafia is gobbling up orchard land and converting it into residential plots, making the existence of mango orchards difficult. Land prices in the mango belt are soaring. On an average, 1 acre of roadside land in Malihabad costs around 1.5 crore. Unofficial sources confirm that about 2 decades ago there was 35,000 hectares of land under the mango belt, but now it has reduced to just 30,000 hectares.
जो हमारे बड़े बुजुर्ग हैं वो डरे हुए इस बात पे हैं कि बहुत तेज़ी से जो शहर के बिल्डर्स और ये सब धीरे धीरे ये दिखा के आ रहे हैं कि हम ये करेंगे, एग्रीकल्चर को बढ़ावा देंगे या आम को बढ़ावा देंगे, मगर वो धीरे से पहले ट्रिमिंग करते हैं और फिर जड़ से पेड़ काटे दे रहे हैं।
जहाँ जब फल देने की क्षमता पेड़ों में नहीं है तभी पेड़ वो कट सकते हैं, बाकी हरे पेड़ तो यूँ भी नहीं काटने दिए जाते हैं। तो अब कहीं कहीं पर प्लाटिंग हो रही होगी, ये हम नहीं कह सकते हैं। अब कहीं कहीं पर वो फार्म हाउस भी बना रहे हैं लोग अपने।
In the early part of the last century, there were some 1,300 varieties of mangoes in Malihabad, and that figure is down to 600 odd now. Scientists suggest that the plantations in Malihabad should be rejuvenated to secure future production. That process has already begun, but how it's happening, let's take a look.
Scientists are not satisfied with the way farmers are going ahead with mango cultivation. The use of synthetic pyrethroids and cheap pesticides without realizing its impact on pollinators like honeybees and houseflies is affecting the output. This is one reason for low output.
This institute, our institute, Central Institute for Subtropical Horticulture, is proud owner of Field Gene Bank, having 755 varieties of mangoes. And these varieties we are characterizing, and we are using these characters to evolve hybrids which will be useful, say for export, for domestic market, for higher shelf life.
Despite not so bright prospects, scientists at this Central Institute for Subtropical Horticulture are trying their level best to keep Malihabad on the world map with exemplary research. Scientists are concerned about the disappearing mango varieties. Scientists at CISH are involved in a major rejuvenation exercise by forming a group of custodian farmers.
So what we have identified the people and the farmers where we are conserving the variety on site at the farmer's field itself, and we are trying to commercialize those varieties as well, and these will be used in hybridization program.
दशहरी के अलावा जो सबसे मीठी वैरायटी है वो कौन सी है?
सबसे मीठी वैरायटी जो है, सबसे जो नंबर 1 है ये चौसा,
चौसा।
जी
चौसा तो इसकी कमर्शियल वैल्यू भी बहुत ज़्यादा है।
जी।
और उसके अलावा एक आपने आम मुझे बताया था ये वाला, जैसे
ये शीरे हयात है
शीरे हयात, ये तो बहुत सारे लोगों को पता भी नहीं होगा
जी,
कि
बहुत लेट वैरायटी है ये, दादा वगैरह के टाइम की लगी हुई है वैरायटी।
वाओ।
ये गुलाब खास है, खाने में इतना टेस्ट नहीं है लेकिन इसमें खूबसूरती ज़्यादा है।
I'm at the highly sanitized food processing lab where a number of experiments on mango are conducted. For example, this bottle containing the yellow portion which you see is actually known as the pulp, which is the basic ingredient for any mango experiment. And from this pulp, there are various products which are prepared like mango ciders, mango wines, squash, nectar, and so many drinks. So many experiments are conducted here. Once these experiments are perfected, the techniques are standardized, they are ready for commercialization.
Most of the varieties derived from research are yet to hit the market. The most astounding thing happened of late is the discovery of mango waste products. Now look at this: a mango handmade paper, mango fiber used in cosmetics, mango kernels used for making ply which could be used in boxes, and the ultimate product is the mango wine. Not intoxicating, but is set to be launched as a health drink.
We do not want to waste anything in mango, because we use mango stones, we used mango kernel, we used the peel of the mango, everything to prepare value-added products.
The shrinking mango bells have not restrained the people from reciting old Urdu poets of yesteryears.
तुम्हें एक नाम लिखा था कि उससे जाके मिल लेना। हमारा जिक्र जब आया तो उसने क्या कहा? लिखना।
The elderly of Malihabad say it's not mangoes alone. The rich Urdu poetry has also won this town an international repute.
आज़ादी का एक लम्हा है बेहतर, एक सेकंड, गुलामी की हयाते जावेदा। अगर ऐसी जिंदगी जिसमें कभी न मौत हो, एक लम्हा बेहतर है आज़ादी का।
Then came the icing on the cake for Rajya Sabha crew. I came face to face with the mango culture and techniques. I was taught the real Malihabadi way of peeling mangoes. Look at this gentleman, a 6 feet peel cut out of one mango. And the proof is the gentleman standing on the chair and displaying his panache.
There's an old saying of a famous literary that there's nothing pleasant about the summer except the mangoes. Mango certainly is the most sought after fruit which faces stiff competition from its other ilks. Perhaps the need of the hour is to rejuvenate the mango orchards, preserve the older varieties and encourage the farmers not only structurally but by means of a policy shift. That's all we could pack up in this half hour from our entire team, which includes my camera persons DK Pandey and Sudeepta Das. Goodbye.